Hello, everyone. It's past Christmas. It's past your bedtime. It's likely almost New Year's, perhaps after by the time this airs. My point is, I'm the GM and I don't really need to have a point. It's round 5, gentlemen. Last time, you had landed in the colony world of Kato Noidia, a giant, majestic Chinese mountain mist-shrouded world where you can't really see the bottom of it. Huge steel hammocks that entire cities can perch upon, wrecked, downtrodden after the Clone Wars, disasters, burnt out, post-World War II looking bricks. The party landed and left the ship with Merrick? No, with Arthur. And he's plugged in and flying. What did you have him flying around, or you had him land? I can't remember.
We had him actually in a low orbit, kind of just in case fit hit the shan, so we could make a hasty retreat if needed. So we maybe not a low orbit, but just somewhere circling the city.
I like that. I like how you said fit. You know, because the S word is really touchy with Aiden and Poser after the Aquarius encounter. Okay. Oh, so he's in low orbit and reachable on the comms. We'll keep that in mind. So we might have a special surprise for you, considering Arthur and such things. A little bit of cantina action. A little bit of shotgun behind the bar, perhaps. A little bit of disgusted doctor didn't want to sit at an unsanitary table. Some information gained. Warwick, and I don't mean Warwick Davis. Warwick, the name of a Devorian, is the guy that's going to lead you to the hut that controls the underworld of this world. We didn't get very far. We know that we were being watched. Poser Sham, sitting out with his recently hijacked, fixed up, and spray-painted speeder bike. Now, do you have the name of that bike? It's not a swoop bike. It's an AZ,
give me a sec.
AZT 100. It's the classic Scout Endor, two little pedals, green chassis, green shell, and the gun sticking out the bottom. And
it's the Aerotech 74Z speeder bike.
74Z, okay. And we got it running, he's got it idling, and we're rolling up the street, and then that high-pitched whine of a speeder bike, but it seemed to be coming from all directions. Some perception checks failed, some made it, and zoom, 2 dragging a net, scooped up Merrick and sent him flying. Took him right to the combat. There's nothing to do with the fact that Messina last episode. That's what happened to him. That was the surprise round. We're going to get back to him soon because he's with us tonight.
Oh my.
And then 5 rounds of jumping in ditches, bitching about melee versus pistol, and a whole bunch of attack of opportunities going left, right, and center. And it brings us to round 5. And what we need Ryan to do is to jump in
and make an explosion
with 5 rounds of combat. So before we actually re-engage time, I would like to take the scene back, up into the sky, and like little ants crawling around in the little ditches, we can see the party, and then we see these really fast-moving ants strafing through the streets. Merrick, going back to round 1, you look left, they hit you from the right. You are scooped up in a net, I've done the rolls, and you are being dragged by 2 speeder bikes where they have the bottom of the lead net attached to the bike, and they were holding the top of the net, each guy high, and as soon as they bagged you, they hooked it on and then went right to piling rolls.
Okay, they're not holding it. These guys definitely don't skip arm day.
They skip grappling rules and grab rules that you suffered in episode 2 because it's just crazy. Though I have to get very inventive with my potting rules.
Because scooping me is like scooping like a beached whale.
I know, but you technically only fill 1 square despite your mass, and you have a
jetpack. Oh no,
jetpack,
I'm happy for them.
And they, so you were surprised. Round 1, we need you to select your mini, and we need you to roll initiative to get in on the board, so that when we catch up to these guys,
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with this. I got right behind And
Oh, nice.
yeah, that. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
22.
Okay. So now we know to place you, like when you get caught up to us, you're going to be relatively high. You actually go right before them. So they scoop you, and then you come at 22. So actually, I'm going to keep them above you with something. So only poser at the top. So, rattling down the street at high speed, being pulled. Now, I'll give you this. This net is thick and heavy and has a certain amount of sort of drag cushioning. So it's the bouncing in your armor, that may cause you some damage, not necessarily road rash. Because this thing is so heavy, they're used to entangling vehicles and stuff with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it is getting all the small words out of me.
Yeah. So you are entangled. Now you have a couple choices. You can make some acrobatics rolls to escape, to try and untangle yourself or escape. Or break free. I think it's like a 15 to get untangled and a 20 to break free. I was looking at this today.
Can't tactics my way out of this one.
If you'd like a tactics roll, I could possibly advise.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Roll off the bike.
Be the bike. Be the net.
Yes. Maybe I want to see where this ends. Knowledge tactics 28.
28. I'm I'm not that smart, actually, to advise you. Can I phone a friend? Let's call up Doug Baldwin, a super fan of the phone, family friend, Justice League, something. Oh my God, there's this guy. He listens to the show. He listens to everything twice. 30 years of gaming. I say he's qualified, and I no longer trust Jay or Aiden with rule ordering by themselves.
Just do it.
All right. One ringy dingy. Mr. Doug, Mr. Baldwin, are you there?
Got to me that quickly.
Good evening, Mr. Doug. Obviously, the people that have entered your home and tied you to a chair in front of your computer work for me.
Yes.
I would like you to help poor Merrick in a situation where I'm sure you've been briefed. My ski mask agents have told you that he's in a net, that he is being dragged down the street by two swoop bikes. Not as nice as they're nice, but they're kind of cobbled together. These things still can do a maximum velocity of 600 kilometers per hour, 12 square movement, and he's bouncing down. He's very, very heavy net. We have some rules and options for him to get himself entangled, like a 15 acrobatic, a DC 20 to break free. I don't really trust them with rules lawyering, and for some reason, as their GM, they don't trust me because this is a show. So you always try to roll tactics to get out of things. Do you have any advice with a nice 28? I mean, that's solid advice, and I don't want it to come from me. I just feel I've been too generous in helping these guys, spoon-feeding them their lives and second wins all this time. No more, I say.
Well, Rahal, are you grabbed, grappled, pinned, or?
It's actually Merrick.
Merrick.
And he was scooped up in a net by a couple swoop bikes.
So assuming that's the first level of a net use, that's probably just a grab. If it's in the first round, then the only, if you follow the grapple progression, the very first round is a grab, not a grapple. And if you're only in that, then you can leave a net as a standard action, auto succeed. If you're actually grappled, then you're going to actually need to do one of your free, checks to acrobatics or something like that to escape the net once you're grappled.
So what he's saying is round one, you've been grabbed and the net is quickly gaining tension. And because of the velocity, you would need something like your jetpack to move as quickly. But you could technically fly out of it, like let it drop, if you can act quickly enough.
That sounds like a perfectly original idea. I'm glad I came up with it. Thank you, voices from nowhere. Yeah. All right, I do my second favorite thing. It's like explosions, but it's a little more controlled, and it's from my behind.
There you
and
go.
It's not that kind of explosion.
Thank you, Mr. Baldwin. Now, agents of mine in ski masks, you may release Mr. Baldwin, leave his home. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you for giving my family back.
Who said anything about giving him back?
Right. So,
I press the magic button, or I click my heels, and I kabooskies.
Let this be a lesson to you, Ryan, about how dangerous and annoying it is that you keep rolling tactics on my show to get out of everything. People suffer. Fans suffer from your actions. But they give solid advice.
But I get out of problems.
Yeah, so it's okay. Right. You are grabbed. I had those rolls. And it is because of the system, Grab leads to grapple, leads to entangle, leads to fear, leads to hatred. You don't want to go down that dark path.
Leads to the leather suits. You know.
A bunch of crying and trying to be your grandfather and smashing your helmet and all that. You don't want to go. No, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. So, in the first initial seconds, whoosh, you're grabbed, and 12 squares takes you to the edge of the map, practically off of it. They do a double move. You must.
It's a practical Nahoyle.
Yes. Yeah. You must act quickly. What do you do? What do you do?
Turn the jetpack on. Get away.
Okay.
Bad touch.
You have 10 rounds.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the jetpack's movement?
Solid question. It has been a while since I came up with this. Give me a second. Oh no. Special feats, talents. No, I didn't mark this one down. Jetpack. I know that I am at 100%. But oh no.
Aiden J, can you help him out with this?
Working on it.
Yep, working on it.
Now there is online. There's the Saga Edition SRD online, which is.
I don't think it's much faster than normal movement. I could be mistaken though.
Your jetpack?
Yeah.
No, it goes fast. You have speed.
It's got a speed of 6 squares.
But you have to punch it to make it go faster. Remember, we looked into all that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a full tank.
Yeah.
So these things, this moves 6 to their 12, and you're being 12. So you've got to punch it. Like you've got to exceed 12 squares to match theirs. You know what I mean? You got to fly in the direction they're flying. Now, if they're just pulling you at double moves, that means they get 12 squares a movement, which means they get 24. They're moving twice as fast as you. So how can he increase the speed of his jetpack to match the velocity so that he may act normally, as if we could say time is standing still and a net grabbed him like he was standing on the street and he has that Baldwin escape?
How far behind are they dragging me? Like, they got a tether on this or rope?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're dragging me like way behind.
Yeah, kind of like a parachute thing.
Okay.
You're about 15 feet behind them. Like, it's not that much.
All right. 50 feet behind?
15?
50?
Three
15.
squares. Like 3 squares.
All right. Well, here, I'll throw you the idea, and you let me know how this would actually work out, if at all. So I don't think I can actually get the escape velocity necessary to get out of the net.
Okay.
But what happens if I punch my jet, and at the same time, I pull a grenade out, I prime it, and then I fly up to them, put the grenade on their little zoom, and then let the net take me away again?
Okay. Well, like I said, to escape the net,
yeah,
or actually have the net close on them, you've got to do that 24 movement.
Could he use the jetpack as kind of like a climb assist?
Yeah, he can lift. Like I said, he's got up, so he's no longer being dragged, but he's being pulled. Okay. So even though he can go up off the ground and maybe point himself at the back of the bites and move 6, the net is pulling him along at 12. He's got to match that.
Well, wouldn't a double move?
Yes, but we double move, and that makes us 24.
Oh, they move at 12.
They move at 12. These bikes are full open.
So Matt, what were you saying about the fly rules and stuff? Being able to use like pilot or something?
Yeah, there was something about it for piloting to be able to change the speeds on it. I remember reading something about that, the speed changing.
So jetpack is
Let's
a
see if I can
propulsion
find
system character can strap on, yada yada.
6 squares.
Activating
So,
has 10 charge. Right, 10 charges run consistently. So if you want to double your speed, we could say you could burn, the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
yeah, but that still wouldn't give me the movement to catch up, like you're saying.
No, but you could match it, and then you could maneuver.
Oh, no, maybe it was with a feat that would allow you to do that.
Might have been.
Well, if you want to make a mechanics check and a piloting roll instead of an acrobatic, I will let you burn 5 rounds inside of those 10 and like basically overclock your system. You may have to fix it after the combat. It might be trashed, but it would have you that the net is just on you and not pulling you because you'd be matching their speed. And that's a good place to start. So instead of an acrobatics check,
What's the net made out of?
heavy rope.
So it's susceptible to fire,
Yes,
like from a jetpack?
possibly.
Well, I mean, if it's on him, couldn't he just then do the standard action thing?
Yeah.
Okay, again, the standard action thing is I'm standing here. The
No,
gladiator throws a net
but
over
if
your
it's
head.
not-
And we're
if the
standing
net
there,
is
right?
moving at the same
What do
speed
you-
as he is.
What?
If the net is moving at the same speed as he is,
It's not. The net is
Just
doing
that there
12.
was-
He is doing 6. He has yet to accept my offer. Now he's
No.
talking about burning the back of this net out.
I'm just feeling out my options here.
Well, depending
Because-
on the type of the rope, you could just break it with a strength check.
Synth wine. This is a scavenged rope, which probably means it's rope entwined with wires and, all kinds of whatever we could get our hands on to reinforce it. This is not our first rodeo. I would say that it is at least 50% rope. but we've probably wrapped this thing in everything we could think of, just to strengthen the binds. Wire that's thin, seaweed, leather strappings, whatever. And it also has, you ever see that sort of camouflage netting for MASH 4077? It's netting, but it also has that sort of fluffy draping, looks like seaweed attached to it. It has that to give it bulk so that it has lift, like a parachute. That's how we held it up.
Okay, as we're zooming, they got this wrapped around.
Okay, they've hit you with it.
Yeah.
Boom. Everything goes through your brain. How do I get out of this? I need thrust. I need to match their velocity. Right?
Yeah. And
right? And Doug's family is saved. Okay. So right now you're just scrambling, getting dragged. If you want to turn yourself to match their speed, you need to point. I want a pilot's check right now. Give me a mechanics check.
Yeah. No, plain options.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's get some work done.
Yeah. No, I was trying to think too, if we go like by a column that looks sturdy, instead of trying to match a velocity, what if I just try to steer myself and make myself like a human bola and like wrap around a column? Is an option.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
You can't go
Could kill
catch
you, though.
them, but you could make this thing drag sideways.
Yeah. Well, again, if like I wrap my end around something.
Yeah. Even if you just go smash into a wall and drag the wall, chances are a post or something will come along.
Or we go past like a door.
Yeah, like something.
And I go through said door.
You're probably going too fast for that.
Right. You see where I'm going.
Imagine Indiana Jones or Val Henson getting dragged behind the wagon, and he's rolling and he's tumbling, and he could try to work his way up the rope, or he could kind of like spin to the right. Right? You try and catch something or stop in a doorway that goes flying by. That'd be very difficult. Possible, but I think the DC's not worth your time. Anyway, so what's your pilot check?
Oh, my pilot check is 11.
11. Okay.
Ooh.
All he needs to do is turn his back 90 degrees so that the jets come on, and now this thing starts swinging wide. Now the tether is only 3 squares. So what happens is as he tries to get, like, he's not on a single line where he has a lot of leeway. It's 2 bikes holding, right? So it's like 2 boats pulling 1 water skier, right? He can go one way, but not quite as far as you could. So let's say you're leaning out about a square to the north of where the bikes are.
Right.
Okay. These alleys are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, anywhere from 12 to 18 squares wide. And they're going down the middle. They're about 2 squares apart to accommodate you, which puts them about anywhere from 3 to 6 squares off that edge. So now you're going wide.
Okay.
And you've got move actions. You want to try and do something. As a move action, you've gone wide with the piloting. As a standard action, do you want to try and overclock your ride to use it to like burn some rope or try to catch up to them or whatever? But you're already wide on a move action. You got a second move or a standard left and swift. Well, swift, you turned on the jets.
Yeah. So I got standard and a move.
You used a move to go sideways.
Oh, okay. I moved sideways.
You move sideways. Movement in the jet, pilot roll free. Done.
Do I have access to my things?
I'm assuming all entangled up. Probably not.
Okay.
You could pull like a small item. It's just like you're in a, because you're about to go from grab to grappled, right? You could pull a gun, right? Sasha is probably out and ready, but like I said, what are you going to do?
Can I try to grab on the rope and pull myself up with the aids of my jets? So jets up, swinging out, grab shelf, pull.
I'd want an acrobatics check that you're in like disentangled. You know what I mean?
Acrobatics? Okay.
Okay, but that would be that'd be your standard. So give me that.
Acrobatic. Oh, I totally.
Unless you just want to break free with a 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a better chance with an acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd be looking for like a 19 or a 20.
All right.
Oh, and I have force points. I never use these things.
Haha.
I forget all about it. All right, cool. I'm going to do an acrobatics, but then I'm going to let the force go through me, as some people say. Not that I know what that's about.
Just like those burritos that you got at the tavern.
They're their own kind
they're
of
called
force.
the force too, and
and igniting the jetpack fuel even stronger that day, a blue flame added to the yellow flame and burned its way out of the...
All right, so here's my acrobatics.
Okay.
Kind of messy.
10.
It's not bad.
Force point?
For a big guy like
I
me.
want 15. Force point?
A 15. Oh,
Force
that's
point.
what's that? That's
Lovely
a
little.
something.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
Look at
yes!
that! It hovers.
Yeah.
The bullets.
This is what I love about virtual dice. Once in a while, they act like a real cracked die. I saw like a virtual non-table dice floating around the screen, and it tips on the 1 and flips over to 5, giving him exactly 15. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove a force point from your character.
Done.
Boy, I thought Aiden was the only one to use force points. Okay, 15. Okay, so you managed to get an arm free and grab the lead line.
Ah!
You got some purchase.
So I am not entangled.
Round 1 is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, our turn, round 2.
Okay.
Okay. They're looking back. They're enjoying the show. They're watching where they're going, and they're glancing back. They see you go wide. They see that arm come out. They see, the bodies emerging from the net. So they look at each other, and one comes straight over and hugs the wall to open the net, and they gun it and try to re-scoop you. What is your reflex? Defense?
My reflex armor?
Your reflex defense while while you're kind of flying, you're kind of in the net, kind of emerged. Well, technically by the rules, since you've escaped the grab, I got to say that you're not free, but not hindered by any penalties at the moment, I don't think so.
19.
Hang on. Let me a quick call to my ski mask men here. Oh, Mr. White? Yeah. Are you still in the house? Yes. Well, give Mr. Baldwin access to his keyboard. He seemed very scared to talk on the microphone, so at least let him, possibly back or negate some of our comments that go along with J. Tamlin. Yeah. Oh, you already timed him. Well, get him out of the corner. Did you make him cry? No, I made him cry. Oh, okay. I guess I am pretty intimidating. Okay, well, just clean him up, get him to the keyboard, and if he wants to type and listen and enjoy the show, and maybe, type in our chat here about some of the rules to keep us guided, then, maybe, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I love you too. So, natural 20 and a 9. So, the guy, they said move first, goes wide, does a re-grab, the other guy stays the course, and you find yourself grabbed again. We double move and, pick up the pace. Or sorry, no, we single move at 12, and our standard action is to re-grab you with this net. So you're back where you started. Your turn. Round 2.
So I'm grabbed.
You're re-grabbed. They compensate for you leaning out. You find yourself back in the position you were.
All right, I try to give him the sign. Slow down! Too fast!
So, like last time, as a standard action, you can make that acrobatics, or we'll say piloting check, to free yourself. The problem is, at the end of the round, you were free, and then it was their go, and they and their net are right there, and they re-scooped you. So what you got to do is start with the standard action to free yourself, then use movement to, fly away. Get away.
So, using acrobatics, or could I actually found out I have a grapple button. What's that about?
That's for you making grapples.
Not to defend myself from grapples?
No.
That's silly, because that's a bigger number.
Well, that's because you're a bigger guy.
I know that's
standard action to free yourself, and then movement action to fly away.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a pretty bird. I will attempt that. And
look, look, Doug is typing in the chat those exact words. See how friendly our fans can be when you put ski mask and a gun to their head. They're actually helpful.
Can you fly up? Yes, I can.
Well, first, give me an acrobatics or pilots check.
And I can use a force point. I don't have to announce it before I use it, right?
Yeah, you can just do it.
You
Yeah.
can use it after.
Drag yourself out with acrobatics. Fly yourself out, which is what I think I really want here with a pilot.
Yes.
So let's have it.
Do it. Oh, look, we're in the same scenario again.
Ted, how many force points you got left?
I got 5.
2.
No.
No. And movement?
Destiny point?
It's your destiny to escape this net.
No, my destiny point would be that I plant my feet and then I swing them together, all epic style. Excuse me.
What is it? Is it, what do you call it? Is it profiling? If I actually picked your destiny to be destroy something. There are limited destinies. Not all of them are available in this particular campaign. So you guys this is what I liked about the fact that you guys looked at them and went, you decide, and it's slowly emerging.
Yeah,
Those of you that had a certain destiny and certain conditions were met before that destiny on the last planet are going to enjoy a full bonus. But, well, it ain't you. And then, so, moving towards your own destiny. Yeah.
So, move.
Did you? How bad do you want out of this net? I mean, you almost escaped before.
Yeah.
Keep at it. I mean, I have several rounds before we even caught up to the guys.
All right. Well, move action.
Okay.
Tell him.
Good joke. Slow down. Really, no good.
Do you want to fly somewhere to try and hinder, like try and get further up off the ground? This whole hugging the wall wrap a post is no good now because they've compensated. And if a guy's hugging the wall, there's probably no post coming anytime soon, or he's gone over and then now pulled you back, kind of thing.
Well, isn't this just a predicament? All right, I will.
You just see the jetpack sputtering, and he's kind of bouncing along 5 feet off the ground instead of just being a straight up drag, just kind of thing. Him emerging from the net like the birth of a child. Oh my god, it's so ugly. The hand and the arm coming out with Sasha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll try to give myself some lift off the ground then.
Okay. Try to get up high.
Yeah.
Close the distance. Okay.
Can you take me higher?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's their turn again.
Okay.
They are going to try to cross the stream. They're actually going to, like, one's going to back off, and the other going to kind of do a jumping maneuver where the 2 lead lines cross each other and close the net, taking you from a grab to an
This
actual
is like some
proper
Blue
grapple.
Angels, like type maneuvers here.
Well, it's some serious piloting checks, yeah.
Serious. I am really that kind of.
Do they have force points? I'm asking for a friend.
Do they have names?
No.
So that would be a no.
Answer,
Oh, no.
not yet.
No name. Okay. Well, not doing so well for the piloting. They
we
try
might
to.
be able to pull in Connor, get
They,
some names.
they try to get into a position where they can do this great maneuver, but all of a sudden you're jerking the line by trying to gain altitude and pulling the back up, and they're banging into each other and compensating and stuff, and they're holding the line. It's not like they're going to crash, but there's no way in hell with those rolls that they're going to pull off this slick move. So back to you in round 3, or is it 4 now? 3.
It's 3.
3.
Okay, so
Do something schmancy here. People are waiting in the wings.
all right, Schmancy, coming on up. So there's okay. So can I try to pilot yet again, or do I'm still entangled?
You're grabbed.
Grabbed.
So that's the best place to be.
Well,
A standard action, you should be able to escape. You just need to get that roll at 15.
Yeah. So
It's just because of acrobatics is just like, twist your way out. I just thought it'd be kind of cool for a piloting roll, There we go. All right. So wiggle, 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 wiggle.
yeah,
Pushing the netting down,
yeah.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good.
Well
and he doesn't even know it.
No.
Oh, that was like one of your best pop culture references ever, Jeff.
Yeah, that wasn't even from the 90s.
Oh, wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Yeah.
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 I was actually looking. I was all up in my follow-up joke, something about the mesh netting. I was trying to reach out to Zin in his ghillie suit, but I had got nothing. So
You hit something.
oh yeah.
Not gold, but silver at the very least.
Thank you very much. All right, 17. You free yourself.
Haha!
You get at least 50%. At least you get it's down to your waist kind of thing. Now you have a move. What do?
Oh, get out.
You fly
More
which way?
altitude.
Up, straight up. Okay, you fly straight up, and the net goes with you, and you pull. It drops because it's merely grabbed you. It hadn't really entangled or engulfed you so much, and you're free.
Ha!
Haha! And that's round 3. Round 4, their turn. They're going to pull some slick ass, slide the bike, slow it down. 18 plus piloting, sweet. Do the skid to a stop and lower the repulsors. Bank, heavy bank, do the 180. One goes far right and comes left. One goes right, whatever, they come swinging around, right? And they do it in such a way, believe it or not, that since you're free of the net and that just hits the ground and it's low, they just cross over, the lines cross, and when they come back, it's just like the back of the net flips up. Now, they're too low to the ground because you're up in the air, but they do
That's
come
right.
around, and they turn around, they come back. But they're still out there because we have so much movement shooting forward for us to slow down, turn, and whatever. They're still a ways away. And it's your turn on round 4. What do you do? For argument's sake, you had that proverbial 1 or 2-ish square off the ground bouncy, okay? You've got 6 straight up with the
Okay.
confusion. We'll just say that you're, for argument's sake, if you don't mind, you're just 6 squares in the air.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
And how? So they're kind of charging back in my direction. Are they side by side? Are they like how far apart are they from each other?
They're like, actually, they're pretty wide. They're like 4 squares apart.
All right.
They had to do
They're
the
4
turn.
squares apart?
They're 4 squares apart, and the net line is practically like a volleyball net almost.
Oh, okay.
Just turn around. Now, from you, let's say that they're released that 12 movement because they have to go 1 and then turn and, that kind of crap. So they're at least 12 or more squares away.
Okay.
Okay.
That is totally cool. I will use something really cool. It'd probably be I'll use my last feat that I got.
Which is?
Auto fire sweep.
Oh, do tell.
It basically I get to do my auto fire attack, but as opposed to a 2x2 square, I can use a 6 square cone.
Okay. Well, if they are in square 1 and in
I
square...
place the cone.
Okay.
So
You're just going to spray a guy, though?
I would spray both guys.
How wide is it at the end of the cone?
It's 6.
Oh, I see. You're doing it right at the end. They're 4 apart. They are the 5th and 6th. I got you.
Think burning hands, but they're at the...
They're at the tip. Gotcha. They're at the edge.
Yep.
The edge of the fan. Okay, very nice. Let's have it.
Okay.
So you got to hit our reflex for full damage, and if you miss, it's only half, right? Because auto fire, there is no escapee. There is no missy miss.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. Attack. Sasha, my blaster. There you go. Lots of dice on the table. An attack of 23.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. And you're shooting the bikes or them?
Everything that's in the cone. Them, their bikes.
How tall is the cone? Well, they're on the bikes. I guess it's in the cone. That's fine. All right. Gang member 17. And the bikes for also 17. All right. Fresh dudes, fresh bikes. Damage?
19.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. So all this fumbling, all this banging around, the classic Indiana Jones drag behind a car. We've managed to drag Merrick. He goes wide, looking for a post. It doesn't help it. 3-4 squares and rounds of dicking around. He emerges like the fetus, flies high. These guys do a decent turn, trade sides, go even wider, and the net comes back, and they're just, there's that Merrick vision, which is like predator vision, right? He can see he can see the red squares in his vision, that chip in your head kicks in. Actually, do you actually have that? Do you have any augmentations? No.
No, I have a mech visor though.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. You get the mech visor.
I touch it like I pretend it does something.
Yeah. He's just locking on. Instead of his eye glowing, he just makes one eye bloodshot through willpower.
I just make that one sound.
It does the fanning. Sprays Sasha left to right, right to left. Okay. Both guys slump and fall to the ground, and the bikes just keep coming at, veer off, and because the throttles are off now, they just kind of slow down and get scraped badly and beat up against the walls. 2 guys, 1 shot. That's why you got the net. That's why you got the net. Because Kato Nordi is afraid of your ass. That's why you got the net. And we are at round 5. He is caught up. The top of round 5, we have Poser Sham. Now, to refresh the audience memory, there is a cluster to the nut of bikes and people laying on the ground. These guys have pistols, but not gunnery on their actual swoop bikes. And they're getting all road rash. And warriors come out to play with bottles and sticks and vibro swords and all kinds of stuff. Mostly vibro swords.
And I blasted a hole in the commander's chest round 1.
Yeah, you're gonna die single.
Yeah.
That's not
that's
the way to
fine.
greet a lady. Not that she's really a lady. All right. She's a lady.
She might be Zen's type.
Whoa, she's a
Okay,
lady.
so how many people am I threatened by right now?
Well. Okay. Poser's in the center of it all. Okay, so you are, if we go dead center of this intersection, which I said before is about 18 wide on the sides kind of thing, the spread, big hole, okay? Just down to the right, to the east, southeast, 3 squares is Poser facing north. And right beside him on his left, to the west, is the leader, right beside you, bike to bike. The back of yours is on the front of hers, okay? On your right, off your nose, is a guy, and he's facing towards your nose. Behind you is another guy, and I believe that's the guy that Rahal just killed, because I don't have him on the map anymore. Or I took him off. He jumped off the bike.
His body is here, like below Rahal. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because the bikes are weird. Or
I made them drawings so they're not X'd.
okay.
So I'll just take
Yeah,
them
I'm
away.
pretty sure
to a
that was
different
like
layer.
that was mostly a mistake of like trying to move a bunch of bikes at once, and you were saying they all went wrong places.
Trying out D20 mechanics, advanced ones, mid-pod is not a good idea. Sorry, it won't happen again. So, Poser, threatened by doing what? A melee attack?
No. Well, I don't get threatened by melee attacks. Moving away.
Oh, I see.
Like, is there a place I can move that I won't?
Can you technically threaten a square when you're in a vehicle? When you're on a vehicle? I don't know. Like I know
I
you
feel
threaten
like
squares.
if you have a melee weapon and you're adjacent to it, I think so.
Yeah, but
'cause
you're
that's-
piloting, two hands pilot the bike, and you were using the gun. And then you let go of the bike, you had it sitting there idle, and out came the axe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sitting on the bike, it's just kind of drifting, and you have two hands in the axe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you want to what? Drop the axe and jump on the handlebars and drive away?
I wanted to lay it across the handlebars and then either drive forward or backward. But
Well, I'll let Sasha have his strap. You have your strap. You know, you can like let it
Yeah.
drop and clatter, and that's a pain in the ass to get back. But yeah. Okay, so you
Uh,
want to drop the axe and pilot away.
if I'm not threatened, I want to know how many people I'm threatened by because I don't want to take.
The girl will swipe at you with your sword if you get too far away, yes.
Okay. Wait, did she? I thought she had a blaster out.
But you guys, we all determined you can make attack as opportunity with pistols.
Fair enough. Okay.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
Indeed.
Pew, pew on you, sir. Pew, pew on you. So what's it going to be? These gang members aren't going to kill themselves.
Yeah, I realize. Okay, I'm gonna.
I can't believe he took that at face value. Yeah. Okay. What's it going to be?
I'm going to swing at her, defensively.
God, look at all these dark side points this chick has. You sure you don't want to date her? What? Sorry. You're going to swing at her.
Yep.
Okay.
I take a -3 modifier.
You
to
know
my
what? I'm
attack.
pretty sure you can like pilot one-handed or whatever, even if it's like a -5 or whatever. You're just kind of going straight. So as a move, you can drive. The question is, can you swing with one hand?
Well, I'm just gonna swing two-handed. I'm just gonna keep idling. And you don't need to make pilot checks just to drive.
You know what? We know that your bike has a foot throttle because we saw Luke and Leia in Endor kick the bike throttle up.
That's true.
So if you just use your feet and and grab onto the handlebars later before you hit something way on the other side of the map or whatever, you're good to swing. So I'll give that to you.
Okay.
Okay, so you move away, or you're gonna whack at her and move away.
Yeah, I'm going to whack at her, fighting defensively, and then move away.
Okay.
So attack comes out. -2 to hit.
I forgot whose axe this was and who was swinging it. Attack of opportunity from me to you with my blessing with a +6. 23. What is your reflex, sir?
18 at the moment.
You know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to show you 3. Ooh, ow. Oh, it's a heavy blaster pistol. Oh, she has the Han Solo. She has the Han Solo heavy blaster pistol. And not only does it do 3d8, it has a bonus. Because this chick is no joke. And as promised, damage is going right up on the screen for 14 points. Poser, how you feeling? Did I hit your threshold?
You just hit the threshold.
Ooh. So that means...
I
Do we
believe
remember? Do we remember?
I go down a -1.
You go down a -1 to everything. Then he throws up a perfectly good Merrick sandwich. He's going to be so mad at you later.
Oh,
And what else?
I think that's it.
You sure? Anyone?
Oh.
Doug. Goes down one. This poor man's crying his keyboard. All right. We'll say that's it for the moment. For
And
now.
I'm going to swing around.
Okay.
It's part of my movement.
All right. Now you get a 12 move
Okay.
in one move, and you whacked, so you do more than 12 squares. And if you're going to
Okay.
do something like a 180, I do want a pilot roll. An easy pilot roll, but I want a pilot roll.
Okay. Sure.
You're in
Nice.
combat. Yeah.
It's easy, but we've seen 2 demonstrations where it wasn't easy.
I'm hoping for something below 10 where I can just suck more force points at him, but don't tell him.
18.
Ah, fine. The bad guys. Oh my goodness. Do I have to move them all around? I think we're just going to kind of stay. Now that we're all like close to you, they're all just kind of whacking with their swords. So one guy's going to go for Zin. with a 4. I don't think that's going to get him anywhere. I believe Left killed his guy because I don't see anybody near him. No? Does anybody see anybody near Left? I don't see anybody near
maybe
Left.
this... I don't know if there's a guy on that bike or not.
Oh, yes, there is.
Okay.
There is. Sorry, that guy's that bike, right. Because I was trying to spread it out. Nope, 2. That is a horrible miss. Rawl's guy is dead, but there's 2 guys for Rawl. So as you drove forward, my bike is 4 squares. I'm not sideways, so I don't think this guy up here really got attack of opportunity. So he's going to chase after you. So I'm going to come over here, drive, and then whack you at the end of my movement for 12 plus. What's your reflex, sir?
18 at the moment.
18?
Or 17, actually.
12 and 5 is 17. That is a hit. That is barely a hit. But I do. Mom is so proud of this one. The rest of them are falling like flies. All right. Well, lucky for you, this guy only has a wee little blade. Just a 2d6 job. Here it comes. 9 points. Hey, how you doing? Still awake?
Yeah, I'm still fine.
Didn't you take damage last time? Last encounter? Last show?
I don't know. It's not...
What do you mean you
wasn't
don't
on
know?
my character.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I don't think so, because I
might.
am very religious about putting
All right.
health totals and whatnot in. So
All right. Fine. That's okay. Truth.
I mean, you have me down to 21 right now. So
Yeah, that's good.
below half.
I'm happy, and that please.
Oh wait, actually below half. Was it free action or swift action? Or wait, no, that's on my turn.
Once a day.
Once a day.
Once a day. Swift action to get 1/4 or your whole con back. Eventually, 1/4 will outreach your con, and you want to go for that one. But
Well, and it actually does now.
that's why we sent agents to Doug's house, because he was smart enough to call me on that, and he probably won't ever see the light of day again. Just keep him in the basement, feed him, and once a week we'll play, and my guys will dig him out of the basement. And I'm kidding. Don't send the FBI to my house. I'm kidding.
He's
You're
not
never
here.
going to cross the Canadian border. All right. So, the Canadian FBI is the Royal Mounted Canadian Police. Our
Royal
RCMP
Canadian.
is your FBI. And our CIA is so secretive you've never heard of it.
Jesus.
Exactly. It sounds like a medical
very
condition.
First government. Our Secret Service was so badass, we trained almost everybody else's Secret Service. Because apparently Canadians can keep a secret.
Not anymore. You just told it. Now the Mounties are going to come to my door. And no, they don't always. They have cars and stuff. There's just that decorative unit, Anyway, I digress. And it was after editing episode 6 today. Oh my God. I really got to tidy this show up. All right. One last guy to swing at Rahal. What a lovely sound. 5. Wow. The dice are really only hot for Merrick and Aiden tonight.
Sweet. That misses.
That misses. It is Merrick's turn, and Dr. Leth is on deck. Merrick, we drove you westward for 3 rounds at least? 4?
Yeah, 3, 4, something like that.
Okay, so
Then we had to
double
do the
move at
rising.
12, right? So here's the thing. If we're going, except for the last 2 where we're only 12, so I got, and so I've got 2 rounds at 24, 2 rounds at 12. So 48, another 12, 60. So you are 60 squares away from your original position.
Okay.
That's
I want to land next to one of these running bikes,
okay.
and then I want to kind of schlump the body off of it.
Oh, he already hit the ground.
Okay, good. Now just hop on.
Okay. So the thing is,
Because he's
it's
already
more-
pointing in the direction.
remember how the bikes were like a good 12 or so away from you?
Uh-huh.
Right. So you need a double move just to get to a bike flying.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you double move the bike this round.
Hold up. There's actually a rule about it when you fall off a vehicle.
He shot them dead.
I take more damage.
They're dead.
No,
They
I
fell off the bike.
But it's one of those,
Okay.
if the pilot falls off or uncontrolled vehicles, in the event the pilot is incapacitated or abandoned a vehicle before using the full stop action, vehicle's emergency systems automatically kick in. On the pilot's initiative count, the vehicle moves in a straight line for a number of squares equal to its speed. It comes to a complete stop.
Yeah, like I said,
So-
I had them kind of drifting towards you. Oh, he's saying they're closer than they. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if they were
I should almost be able to, like, land right on it like a badass.
Okay, I got it now. He's closing the distance. Oh, okay. Finally, he's looking up something relevant. Okay, I'll give that to you.
Hey,
All right,
I've been saying this entire time. You don't have to make pilot checks for most of these things you're making us make pilot checks for.
I know, but I can, and I do, and I enjoy the power. But you know what? Today, it's your lucky day. Because yes, well, it's Merrick's lucky day. The bike is close enough for a single move. Standard action to mount. Mount up.
Tally ho, let's go. I was looking at it. Did anyone see me?
Yeah, I could be
No
a
one
real
saw
douche and have like the key thing fob around his neck, and there was like a little lead line, and the key got yanked out.
The sea-doo thing.
Yeah,
You could
that's
try
right.
the swift action to mount as a swift. Is it ride, I think?
Is there feats for that?
I think it's just an application of the skill.
Okay. Anyone?
Ryan?
Sure.
You're all smiling. Don't make me terrorize Doug on this. He's
Wham,
got
wham.
enough trauma.
Wham wham. Merrick wants to ride.
I'm not seeing anything about
Give me a ride check.
taking any actions.
You mean a
to-
pilot check?
No, actual riding, because you are mounting a vehicle.
Is there a ride in Star Wars?
You're like an animal.
There's a
He's
ride
jumping
and a
on
pilot.
it.
There
He's
is.
jumping on it like it's a horse.
Well, I'm falling on
Or
it,
a kaiba.
descending from
I
above.
thought Jay was pulling the cavalier move.
Nope. I remember we were using something along those lines when we were when we did the big chase on Felucia.
There's no way a piloting role has anything to do with entering and exiting a vehicle. Whether you
not-
jump
14
on it or go through a door,
pilot.
there's no way.
A 14 ride.
That's good enough. Okay, so you hop on,
Wham wham.
and wham, and you
I got a
and
need
you get
for
it going. Like I said, that everything's shut down as a standard action. I'm being really nice. You fly to it because
Yeah.
it was close. Because Aiden said so. Rick. And then you hop on it.
I'm sorry, I thought we were
feeling the magic of Jay Tamlin, Swift, and then the things conked out, blah blah standard. You start it up.
I'm so happy for all these voices in my head.
See a doctor about that.
They just do me so much good.
I'm ending your turn.
It's your
Doctor
very
Leth,
own Sense8.
Dr. Leth, you are up. Zin, you are on deck. Get ready, sir. Leth, what do? You're lying in a ditch. You're lying
Okay.
in a pothole.
First thing I do is I stand up.
Okay,
Not
That-
helping me.
that provokes.
Doesn't say it does.
Standing up would provoke an attack of opportunity. Yes, absolutely it would. That's just general combat
I was
rules.
looking at the rules on move actions. It doesn't say it specifically provokes, but I mean,
I would look at the rules for attacks of opportunity.
Shit. You know the movement. You know how we got so used to one sideways square and everything. That was another thing Doug called us on. Is like this corner, the diagonal movement in this game is brutal. It's like 2 squares per, like right out of the gate. It isn't 1 and the next one's 2. Every diagonal movement in this game counts as 2 squares.
I'm looking through attack of opportunity right now, and it doesn't say so. It says 2 actions can provoke: moving out of a threatened square or performing an action that distracts you from defending yourself. And those are making an unarmed attack without martial arts 1 feet, aiming,
Just roll a dice.
Picking
just roll a dice. You know what? You keep looking. This horrible miss. Maybe he was just scratching himself, but it's still Jay's turn. What do you do? Keep looking for that. But
There's nothing.
It's got to be something. Jay, what do you do?
okay. And I'm going to fire at the boss lady because
Yep.
I just noticed she's got a heavier weapon.
Yep.
Attack of 23
Oh, so yes, pretty sure. Hang on.
for 19 points.
That's
Where
going to
is
leave
my-
a mark.
Oh, 21. Yeah, okay. For how much?
For 19 points.
Oh.
Savage.
This is like almost 40 points of damage he's taken now, right?
I know. It's like
Yeah. She just got her ass handed to her by the good
just
doctor.
gets up, and he just he's had enough, and the pistol comes out, and all he sees is that Franken turd plant guy again, superimposed, and just right.
I like to imagine it's my
Cent-
knowledge of
center
fire.
mass to the chest, and just and she just falls dead off the bike. Zin, what do you do?
Take a moment and look up at Zen as he's standing there kind of imperious with his arm pointed out and just blows that chick right off of her speeder bike.
Some would say Zin, some, not me, but some would say that's got to be the most violent doctor you've ever seen. Hippocratic oath my ass.
We don't know if they do the Hippocratic Oath on
Maybe it only works to
His-
his
his
own
whole
race. His own race.
Yeah, maybe.
What race are you, Askaleth? You're an Arcadian?
Arcadian.
The more you know about Arcadia, the more you realize that is definitely not an oath on their planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they kind of geno-spliced their own kind.
Yeah,
just
they're
to get
douches.
five-finger
They really are.
It's not the Hippocratic, it's the hypocritic oath.
Yeah.
I will do harm.
Is that why you chose this race?
I can get them up again if I need to.
Oh my God, Tamlin, you're a genius. He picked this race specifically so that when he played a doctor and someone pulled that idea, you're very violent for a doctor. What about a hypocritical oath? Blah, 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 blah. You're like, hey, Arcadia, we do what we do.
All right, so do I still have... See if I can use my pointer here. Do I still have this guy threatening me?
Yep, and the guy down here too.
Well, shit.
You are flanked, sir. And they are using melee weapons. And you have a big rifle. So unless you have a pistol you can draw.
I do indeed.
You're going to provoke.
All right. So, all right.
So is getting up.
He turns on his suit and goes invisible.
There you go.
Throws water in their face so he can't be seen. And then, yeah.
All right. So I'll take a shot at the north person on the speeder bike. Got a 14.
Okay, so you're still lying down, right?
I'm still kind of lying down.
Okay.
Reach back, pull out my blaster, and take a snipe.
Okay, go right ahead.
I got a 14.
That is a miss, sir.
Okay.
I believe. Let's double check here. I believe it's a miss. Yeah, you're looking for 17. 21 on the girl, so 17.
All right. And then I will, since moving does not provoke, or standing up does not provoke, stand right there.
It did. I swung at him. They didn't find rules on it, but
it doesn't, Jeff.
It does not.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Doug has confirmed this, as have I. It does not.
It doesn't actually specify.
Let the record show. They love Doug when he's ruling favor, but sooner or later, he's going to crack and he'll rule in my favor.
I mean, when it's exactly what we tell you.
I just like to have an extra opinion.
It doesn't see anything. I saw some debate about people saying that it should because in the description it says anything that would distract you from combat.
It is interesting because of the whole threat and move thing, but not getting up. So okay, that's fine. He gets up after missing with his little pistol.
Yep, and then I'm going to take a swift and do a second wind because I am below half.
Okay. I don't think you can get up in a different square, though. Standing will take you.
Oh, there's no 5-foot moves in this game.
That's right.
My bad.
No, it's fine. So you get up.
All right, so
and
I get up.
What?
And then swift gain a second wind.
I thought it was like 3. Doesn't it take more than a swift?
I thought it was a swift action.
Doug has already said it's a swift.
Is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So,
okay.
Today, of all days, Zin has taken... We must make note. Let the register state that Zin has taken your constitution or 1/4, whichever you prefer is greater.
What day of combat has Zin not taken a second wind?
I am always getting bum rushed, so every combat I'm
even the doctor is like standing behind him doing surgery on his.
Well, I think the doctor also took a second wind.
Oh, I did, yeah.
I haven't.
Okay, moving on. So Zin is done. Rahal to end the round.
Woohoo! Okay, this dude here. This is a dude right here.
Yeah, in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him.
He's on a bike.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Right in the face with my heavy blaster pistol. Haha.
I like how no one bothers, like, as soon as the leader goes down, no one bothers asking for surrender. It's like, nope, you will all be killed before it cycles around to your turn. You even possibly
16.
can flee.
We only want smart ones to surrender.
Does 16 hit?
No.
Oh.
No. Inadequate. Round 6. Poser.
All right.
Guy in your face.
First swift action to heal up 11 points. And then move action.
What the hell's going on? What's happening? I can't wait for there to be like another combat today. Oh, wait a minute. Let's say that there might have been a combat in the future in a warehouse. Did we mop up or was there second winding? I don't think there was. Anyway, sorry. Second wind, shall we? Yes, all around.
Yes.
So
Second wind.
Burn them now.
Swift, move, flip the or free, drop the axe, move, flip the blasters on the cannon on the bike from single fire to auto fire.
Okay.
And I'm going to light this dude here.
Okay.
Up.
That has got to provoke. You're using a heavy weapon in front of a guy with a sword. That's just like Merrick using his rifle.
I do believe that provokes, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Probably, yeah.
Shooting doesn't incur attacks of opportunity.
Natural 20.
It does with the long rifle.
Well, I'm using the bike's guns,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you.
You're sitting on a gun. That's how big it is. It provokes. And I believe it's just double damage. You just double it. Now, there's something I'd like to ask a certain guy that's being held under duress against his will and his family with ski mask. They say double damage, but do you roll extra dice or you just double the total? Well, here's what comes at you. 10, which is now 20. 20 points, poser. Threshold world. Now, don't forget about that -1 that you were imposing with your roll that's coming up if you survive this, which is now going to be -2 because you just dropped another.
Yep.
So assuming you
That's
survive 20 points of damage, do you?
Yep, I do. I'm at 12.
I need another -2 on top of any penalties for not knowing how to use a mounted weapon if there is any.
All right, give me a sec.
I think the action that would have provoked there would have been him dropping the axe and putting his hands back down onto.
Well, you could drop the axe for free.
the
I gave him a
controls.
strap. Question is, though, I'm not adjacent to him with the bike, so am I attacking the bike? Would the bike take the damage? You know what I mean?
If you aren't adjacent to me, then
I am, but I'm not
Yeah,
like
wouldn't-
alongside. I'm still on a square that is adjacent to one of your squares. But I'm off your front nose corner. I'm not like side by side where I just reach over and whack
Are
his
you
head.
within melee range of him, or are you within melee range of his speeder? If you're
Exactly.
so, that's your call.
No, I think because I'm sitting. This is a 10-foot long bike, 5 foot wide, and I sit in the center of it, right here, right.
And he's the same.
He's the same. I think he's just far enough on that corner that 20 points is going to go to your bike. Not you.
Poor speeder.
It's okay. Speedos have DR.
Yeah, I think
Does
you're
he
right.
work?
I don't think you could reach him.
yeah, because going from corner of the center of his like line from his bike to the center of mine is 2 squares. So he can't hit me. So it would have to hit the bike if anything.
Well,
But I don't
I'm
even
going to
know.
mark -20, and we'll see what the damage reduction is later. But because I don't think we're going to get to the end of that. But when it's not your turn, look up your damage reduction. Like look up the stats on your bike again. We gotta pull those up and have them as a handout because we're.
I have them on my phone. So
Okay. Because I don't think the bike like our swoops don't have damage reduction. I don't think.
DR5.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, ours do too. Okay.
Yeah.
And ours have like 20 odd hit points. What about you?
It's weird. It says like 40, but then 20 in a parentheses. I don't know.
Oh, that's maybe it's
whatever.
showing your threshold.
That's break damage. There's break and then destroy.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we can do
No,
20.
there's also threshold, which is separate.
Right. So if it wasn't for your damage reduction, I would have broke your bike. Okay.
and
So
hit the threshold on.
all right.
But you have
So
it.
your bike takes 15 points. This we know from a vibroblade. Let's make note of that, and we'll have to make handouts and stuff for that later. All right. Take your shot at -2 because you're double threshold. You've gone down to.
Not
wait,
double
negative
threshold. He's single. You only knocked
Oh,
down.
that's right. That's right.
Like
Sorry,
it.
that's right.
Come on.
I tried.
Okay, since it's auto fire, it's at a -5 against his reflex defense.
Come on, natural 20.
And you just who are you shooting?
Oh.
I'm shooting the guy that swung at me. So it doesn't. I'm positive he doesn't have a reflex defense of 3 or lower.
What's the
So he
range on
takes
the bike? Bike's
19.
weapon.
It's like 0 to 200 is like.
Yeah,
like,
but does that have to be in a forward arc? I might be tight enough to you that I need to be further away for you to shoot me.
I don't think we specified exact angles.
There's a cone.
Well, it's a 2x2 square, so I can choose. If I choose the square directly in front of me and the square across from it, and then this square and this square, this dude is within this square. This 4x4.
Oh, you're on auto fire.
Yeah, I'm on auto fire.
Oh, cool. So he still takes damage anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So he's just so even if he's targeting the square in front of him, his square covers other
Yeah,
bodies. At the
Vehicle
very
ranges are anywhere from 0 to whatever, depending on the bike or depending on the vehicle. But there's no. The only ones that have a specific minimum range are tractor beams and turbo lasers.
Yes, but vehicles have firing arcs, do they not?
Yes, and those are point blank.
Yeah, but it's like a cone.
Doesn't
Can't shoot
seem-
sideways. It's a mounted weapon. It's not a
Yeah,
turret.
it-
Look, see the cone?
I realized. Yeah, I see
Well,
that. Straight
so then
forward.
turn the bike.
Well,
As long
I
as you don't
already-
leave the threatened square, you're
Well, no, I realized that, but I'm using auto fire properly. It's a 2x2 square. I'm shooting the 2 squares directly in front of me and to the left of it.
You don't have to minutely turn the bike every time you want to shoot, like just over here, for example. So,
yeah, well, it should say on your description of the bike if anyone has cover, if they're practically adjacent. You could also just back up. And
well,
say,
then let's do that. Back up and
Yeah.
shoot him.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we're wrong. Anyway,
Either way, he takes half of 19 for damage.
yes, he does.
So does his bike, actually. Because
Yeah.
that's going to be in one of the squares, too.
There.
Okay. Done and done. Us. Our turn, right? This guy is going to, try to stay with you and not shoot you, hit you with the sword because it's my turn. That last thing was a attack of opportunity. With a 10. I don't think that's going to be good enough, even with my bonuses.
No, it's
Then
not.
we have Zin's guy down here. We got Leth's guy, and they are still up and running because Leth shot the leader. And then we have these guys. Now, these two here, well, I got my back to or whatever, but we see the leader, die. Straight up die. So I think each and every one of these guys has a life choice to make. Let me just double check the...
Is this referring to their undestiny point they have?
This is referring to their Viper Swoop Gang member tactics. How we engage and what it would take to have us disengage. Like possibly the death of our leader. Or she orders it. That kind of thing. Sometimes you can have the leader screaming, going, stop, stop, and they're so gung-ho, they just keep shooting or whatever. Yeah, they have very specific fight or flee for the leader. These guys are like El Generico. So, Zin, you have a pistol in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Buddy runs for the bike and tries to jump on it and go. This one here. He's provoking from you.
Then I will take a pot shot at him.
Leth, I see you shoot past me and hear her grunt and hit the ground, and I look back and I see her wide-eyed, big hole in her chest. And he looks back at you and angrily, no, Mom! Rolls a 6. Just swings.
No, Mom!
Wouldn't have been that important.
So the guy that turns and runs away from me that provokes an attack.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's a natural 20.
Okay.
For 24 points of damage.
All right. So he never gets to the bike. Or sorry, he was on the bike swinging at you, and he just he spins the bike in place and then takes that one square away, and you shoot him in the back like the fiend you are. And then you hear, no, Mom! And someone swinging wildly at Leth, and it triggers something in you, Zin. Something in the back of your mind, and time slows down. Rahul! I run away. This guy, same thing. He provokes attack. He
I'll
just
take
drives.
the shot.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully it's a good one. Come on. 16 again.
Force point.
Yes, force point.
Somebody
Force
else
point.
use one. Yeah, you guys
Force
must,
point.
you boys must be,
For +6 for an attack of 22.
you only need one, but yeah, okay. So the damage of 7 on this guy.
Damage of 7.
All right.
Nice.
Ha! Take that force point off my sheet. Ah!
Spent.
Man, we do great when everybody's running away from us.
Yeah. In the back. No
I
armor
don't
in the
know
back
why
of
we
them.
ever started to try to shoot them in the face. Really?
Oh,
I mean,
Merrick.
I do.
Well,
He's hurting bad. His fate is undisclosed, Rahal. Merrick.
Yes. Vroom vroom.
Right.
Gotta go fast.
Okay. So you double move, and it's going to take you. Now they
A
were
bit.
moving, dragging you.
Yeah.
Okay. You get on this thing. You start going. You go.
Yeah.
And you do a double move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not getting the same speed.
Actually, he can, as a full round action, do an all-out move, which
yeah.
allows him to move up to 4 times your vehicle's speed.
Unhook the net first.
No, don't tell him that. Got it. Yeah, got it. Let's see what
I bring
happens.
2 with me.
No. I think he's got a plan here. Got it.
Yeah.
I think Messina's on the same page because basically when he goes over those handlebars, he just
Da-da-da.
reactivates the jetpack and keeps going, right?
I wanted an epic explosion to return into combat with.
Just he goes. Triple.
I feel like this is going to be a repeat where he just
Triple.
misses combat again.
Triple.
Flies off the other way.
He didn't miss combat. He took two guys out all by himself. One shot.
I'm referring to the one where he didn't you at some point
Yeah, you were like in the vent,
blow up a hallway
going up and down the vent hall, and you guys were like hugging, and there was all that jetpack rules. You guys up and down the vent.
On Zelzon Station when we were
Talk to
encountering
switch the
droid
droid.
guy.
Yeah.
Switch, yeah.
No, I was
Speaking of Switch, we do have to make a report back to him.
Yes.
What's this wee business you keep speaking of?
This week. Anyway, so you gun it, and the rope goes tight, and the bike just from the dead weight of the other bike. Now it's on a repulsor lift, so it starts dragging. It's not enough to stop your bike dead, but there is a massive jerk and slow speed, and it is enough that I would like a piloting check or a ride check to keep you mounted. Or if you just go with it.
Da-da-da-da.
Yep. You're just gonna let yourself get flinged to go with the momentum.
Go with it.
12.
Piloting check at 12?
12 force point?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? The voices haven't led me wrong yet.
Okay. Give me the 15.
What's
Yes.
17.
That sounds good.
And the
Yay!
sudden slowing, you just hop up on the seat and throw yourself forward over the handlebars. And as a act, would you like to just turn your character over to me? Come on.
As a majestic eagle?
As a swift action, you.
Well, no, I'm taking both these things with me. Isn't this? It's hovering, right?
Yeah. And you gunned it. 4 times speed. And all of a sudden, the rope caught up and used like a lead line, sort of dragging the other one. So it almost goes to a complete
I'll
halt.
do a loop-de-loop.
The idea was to sling the shot you. And then you just fly in your jetpack. That's what I was going for.
Oh, no. I wanted to drag it with me, and then we re-enter combat. I can just kind of leave.
Oh,
with
okay. All right. So you gun it. It drags.
Remember I said that
and
Bola
with
comment
the,
before?
with the piloting and everything, you maintain your seat, and you have the engine, and the thing doesn't kick off, and it just drastically reduces your speed again. But now you're dragging the other bike, and that's Merrick's turn. Askelath.
Well, unfortunately, this one seems rather upset with me, so I suppose I re-aim.
Okay.
Oh.
My name is Marvin, not in the face.
It hovered on the 19 there for a second.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, Savage Lath,
For a total of 7.
Oh,
the
well
mass
done.
murderer.
No.
It was more like I shot the pistol off in his face, but pointed sideways.
You want some of this? Zin, you are up. Rahal, you're on deck. What do you do, Zin? Wait a minute. Zin is frozen in time. A little bit
Yeah.
PSD. Can I have a... Now, normally there's like a will save, right? But we're attacking your will defense. So I'm going to attack your will defense. What is your will? With
13.
With PSD. Because
PTSD.
that 15, with that anguishing cry of no mom, you are suddenly taken back to that planet with that woman and that girl that you trained at the moment, the crucial moment where you had to make a choice. Save the girl or save the mom. You couldn't do both. You chose the girl. And as a horrible, horrible fate befell her mother, before you could stop her from seeing it, the cry went out. No! Mom! She never forgave you after that. She didn't talk to you for days. She wouldn't eat. You tried everything. Eventually, you turned her over to some sort of galactic foster care. She didn't want to have anything to do with you. And it's haunted you to this day. And for the next... Roll D4 for me.
Okay. 4.
For the next 4 rounds, you are caught up in this horrible reliving of 6-second rounds, right? 12 seconds. It's 24 seconds of you just that, shock to hear someone in anguish,
Just kind of turning my
maybe
head.
the bike ride's a little high and he has a bit of a squeaky voice, but it was enough to throw you right back to that moment where you had a choice. And then you had to live with it, and then you had to watch it all play out. And you're trying to get to the girl, and you couldn't get to the mom, and she saw mom end, and you couldn't even stop her from witnessing it. We'll get back to you in a minute. Rahal.
Crappy. Is Buddy still moving?
Rahal is sympathetic to the guy on the bike. No, mom. Oh, yeah, you lose your mom, dude. We didn't know.
Meanwhile, pulling
They
the trigger.
all have tattoos, dude, that say, "We love mom."
Excellent.
It's a biker chick. She got around. Anyway. Two.
So the guy who I shot trying to run away, he's not down. He's still trying to run away.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of here, and I'm 12-ish away.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
What's the range of the pistol here?
13.
20 squares is short range on a pistol. Or
Do I force point it again? Do I force point it again?
What? 13? Now, point blank gives you certain bonuses, doesn't it?
No, if there's no penalties, unless you have the point blank shot.
Sorry, but you took some scoundrel, didn't you? Don't you have the point blank shot?
No, I'm soldier.
Oh, right. Sorry, you're a noble soldier. Okay.
I'm nobly a soldier, but I'm all Rahal.
13 is going out. It's going out. And in slow motion, you just see him kind of turn the bike, and then you realize that as that blaster bolt gets out there, and maybe Kylo Ren slowing it down so you can make a freaking decision. Are you going to use the force point or not?
Yes, I'm going to use it.
Use it.
He disappears. Kylo Ren disappears.
For a total of 18.
Yes, that is a hit. For 20 points
20
of
damage.
Right in the back of the head. Ding! Score mark up the back of the neck and just slump over the bike.
Oh, yeah.
Round 7, poser.
Okay. Who is actively aware of me at this moment?
There's the guy in front of you?
I mean, everybody, including the party.
I mean, it's general combat.
Oh, no. I see what he's saying. Zin, did you take out this guy here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just down to the guy that's yelling mom. He has his back to you because he's literally facing south. So nobody.
And the dude that's in front of me.
The dude in front of you and maybe Rahal. Though he's doing his little happy dance right now with his vision askew. You're north-northwest and he's looking north-northeast.
Use the force.
If you lift off the ground a big ball of flame, then yeah, he probably would notice that. If you just make him bleed out of his eyes, probably not.
Well, you mention it, Jeff. I'm going to make him bleed out his eyes.
Well, that's not very nice. What power is
I'm
that?
going to use Mind Shard.
How is this not a dark side power? I want to know.
Because it's mind affecting? I don't know, Jeff. I don't write the rules. I just try and follow them the best that I can.
It's only dark if you do it to like a puppy or something.
Yeah. This dude has attacked me and is targeting me.
A little puppy comes running out of the thing and jumps up on the bike in front of the guy all cute on the gas tank. No, just big puppy eyes at Poser. Don't kill my master, he feeds me. All right.
Damn it. All right.
What do you have to hit with this? My will?
At least a 15.
Use the force to use the force?
Use the force.
Oh, yeah, he has to use the
force point
to activate.
Play the trendy game.
Force point going out.
How many?
Yes! Oh, yeah.
Come on, we burned like 3 or 4 a couple episodes ago. How many you got left?
What?
You guys get like 5 plus your level, right? So you have like 8?
6.
6.
Oh, now he gets a will save.
No, I'm just saying, like, we burned 2 or 3 in the sewer. I know it.
Yeah, and then you said I got him back.
Get him back? No, you don't get him back.
Yeah, you
get him back when you level.
said that I got him back.
You get him back when you level.
No, you had given him back to me, Jeff.
At the very least, has it not been like a couple days since
Christmas special?
We're not playing the recycling force point rules. We went back to the whole, per day, like per
day. Sure,
no,
I'll take
per
6 force points a day.
Well, no, we had always been doing per level. I remember.
Yeah.
Time. I'm just burning these to screw with you for the podcast. You can have them back, Aiden. I remember those words. If we don't want to do that, that's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, I do actually remember that.
Yeah, you can have them back when you level.
All right, whatever. Fine. Okay,
Sure,
4 points to melt his brain. I assume. Okay, actually,
you got to hit my will defense, dude.
Wait, his will defense is higher than 16?
Oh, it's a use the force to get over 15, then you use the roll against my will?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought you were rolling twice. I remember now. My willpower is not 16.
Okay.
Okay.
Spins the chamber, puts gun to his head.
And 4 points.
Yep. 4 points of damage, and it drops him 1 step down the condition track.
Okay. Anything else? Swift moves? Shaking your fist at the sky, realizing your force points aren't regenerating as quickly as you thought they were?
Yeah. Trying to figure out whether fighting defensively is
Yeah, you get 5 and half your level.
Rounded down, which is why we have
Right,
6.
you guys are third, so you got like 6, right?
Okay. Never mind. All right. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. You're doing well. You're doing fine. You're fine. So it's their turn. So this guy starts bleeding out of his eyes and his nose. Big droplets. They're dropping on the puppy on his lap on the gas tank. You know, and the puppy looks up, and the trembling hand, one hand comes off the blade, and he does the 2 fingers to wipe his nose and look at it. And he looks at you, and he looks at the puppy, and he just slowly falls off the bike, dead. The puppy knows you're a Force user and narrows its eyes at you. The puppy judges you. And then runs like hell because he don't want any of that shit. The puppy's gone. And
Until you give it a cookie.
Until you give it a cookie. The puppy just revs up the bike and leaves, glaring at you.
That's awesome.
So anyway, this guy's dead. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. Oh yes, right. The guy with the heart-shaped tattoo, it says mom, is just flailing away madly, choking up on this baseball bat of a sword. 8. Swish, swish. Crying, his eyes are closed. He's just swinging wildly here at left. What's my plus?
That makes sense. He's gone into one of the. He's just
13. Yeah, 13 is that. You know.
A Luke in Empire Strikes Back.
You're not my father. Yeah, but put him on a tricycle, and the trike is still like skidding forward. There you go. Dr. Left, 13. Mm-hmm. Does that hit your reflex?
No, that does not hit.
Then he does not hit you, and everybody else, I believe, is not awake right now. Merrick.
Yes.
Okay, so you're dragging something. So now I'm going to cut your movement in half. So a double move is actually like 12. Repulsor or not, you're still pulling weight. And this
So
repulsor,
I can move 24 around then? If I could do that.
No,
plot?
you can move 12, and cutting your thing in half to 6. So now you can move 12 around.
Well, if he does the all out action, or all out movement, that gives him 4 times the move speed.
Yes.
So
So
he
now you
would
want
be
to
back
gun
up.
you want to gun the engine again, trying to drag it.
Would it take much for me just to reach behind me and kind of lift that loop off the hook?
Not much.
Okay. Whoost.
Okay.
Did anyone see?
Stuck in, leaning over the handlebars. All right. But I'm still going to cut your movement in half this round as you're dicking around with the rope and get going.
Okay.
You're closer. You are closer. So standard, get free the ropes and a move, which is 6, and you were like 3 rounds out. Now
Ooh,
there's
which
the
is
initial
12.
gunning, but you only got as far as the rope, which I said was like 4, 6 plus 2 behind you, so it was only like 8. So you only got 8 of that 24. Like, I'm not going to accept any argument going, well, he did move 4 times. It's like, no, you were going to, and then the rope went taut after 8 squares, and now you've only got 6 out of it. So you've only got to move the total of 12. So you're still a boatload away. But now, the end of this round, you're free. Dr. Leth.
I just shoot again.
Okay. It's just yeah.
It's just getting to be kind of...
It's just slow. He just cringing. He slowly brings up the pistol at him, just sticks it in his chest.
Yes, he does.
18-7. And he stops crying. I wouldn't say he's in a better place. He's in the pothole with you now. Plump. He just falls on top of you. Ugh. Zin is all caught up in his own personal hell. Rahal.
Yes.
Everything goes quiet. People stop yelling for their mommies.
The dust begins to settle.
Yeah, as it were. But we do hear that far off noise again. That far away speeder bike noise coming at us again.
I'm gonna turn and jump on the swoop bike beside me here.
Okay.
Ha! Yeah.
All right. In the very few rounds for you guys to pick yourself up, dust yourselves off, begin looting bodies, get bikes of your own, Merrick bursts on the scene, sliding sideways.
So cool.
Drops 2 grenades behind him at the very entrance of the mouth of the intersection. So when he gets to the middle, there is an explosion.
That's really what I spent the force point on.
Yeah. an epic entrance. And now you guys are back into turns. And we'll see you next time.
Combat done.
Hey everybody, GM Jeff here, asking to hear from you. Like, subscribe, leave comments on iTunes, a review, SoundCloud, YouTube. We are all over the place on the net, and we would like to hear from you. Tell us what we're doing right, tell us what we're doing wrong, like, dislike, subscribe, and then you can get to hear us faster. And not only can you hear us, check out our new merch store where you can wear us at teespring.com/rollmongers. We have so much to offer, as well as special discounts to, what's that? Yes, 2019 brings the inevitable Patreon page. $5 tiers, you get outtakes, you get extra content. $10 tiers, shout-outs. Check us out at patreon.com/rollmongers. Brought to you by Dicewise Entertainment. Thank you.